Yeah.
North, way north, baby. How's the weather up there?
Too warm.
Too warm. And hey, seriously.
Yeah, we're having one of these summers that it's way too hot, or
Finally,
and when it
finally
cools
somebody said
down, it
that.
rains.
Cool.
How
Yeah.
about
Hey,
you guys?
yeah, over here it's like always. Canary Islands is probably the most flat temperature climate you can imagine. So winters are never down 20 Celsius and summers barely over 30.
Oh wow, yeah, we've been in the 40s,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Okay.
and there's a lot of wildfires. There's a lot like all over Canada, not close to me, but we still get the smog and everything.
Yeah.
And it's so smoggy out. They tell you not even to go outside and exercise or anything. It's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, you have to take care. I remember like last year we had like three big fires over here on the island, and everybody was thinking, wow, because of the weather, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, it was business shit. They actually laid the fires,
Oh
assholes.
wow.
Yeah, that's happening over here. It's like pretty much like Hawaii, where they actually plan to take over the land for a penny and a dime,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
burn down whole areas because of that. Business is brutal, and over here it's pretty much the same. They want to build hotels and hotels, and nobody's going to stop them, as it seems. So imagine, we're having 14 million tourists each and every year
Oh wow.
on an island that has 100 kilometers. So it's brutal. Yeah. You still there? I guess you hear me. I can't see you're stuck in the moment. You're stuck a little bit. You're stuck a
Yeah, so
little bit.
very.
Here you are.
Oh,
You're back.
can you see me now?
Yeah.
Okay. How long you've been living there? How long you been living there for?
Uh, 28 years now.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Started with my little one because he had to go to the basic school. And we decided these 4 years we try out to find another stop outside of Germany simply because it was boring to lead all your life in one place. So we decided to check it out here in Spain on the Canary Islands. And yeah, we're still here. So everything is fine.
Wow, that's incredible. That's awesome. Good for you. Do you have one little
Oh,
one? Do
yeah,
you have
yeah.
one son?
Yeah. One, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
He's now in his 30s already, so I'm getting old.
Oh wow. I know that feeling. Trust me. I got three. I got
Okay,
two in the
there you
20s and I got a 13-year-old. So
go.
I know
Okay,
what you mean.
partner in crime. Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what I mean. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
And let's talk about the new album.
All
Like
right.
uh like you guys are they call you a power metal band out of Germany, but I've always known Helloween as like a really cool heavy metal band, the Iron Maiden of Germany. That's the way
Yeah,
I always looked at it as a kid.
a little bit here and there, but Halloween always had these much speedier songs, so that's why they called us melodic speed metal, which
Yeah.
is power metal, melodic speed metal. It's fine with me, but so far I always thought we are actually a band who just are a metal band, which scratch from hard rock to speed metal. So if you want to call this power metal, I'm fine with it. If you call it melodic speed metal, I say, yeah, 50, 60% of it. You're right.
Yeah.
But but there's this big, very important part that I think made this band great. Like these hits, like say I Want Out, for example.
Hmm.
That's not really a speed metal song. So, so what made the band famous worldwide, I think, were the hard rock songs.
Yeah, that's why I would call you a hard rock band, a metal band, 80s metal band, but
Yeah,
you know,
something.
you're still rocking and rolling, with 30 years, 40 years.
40 years, yeah. That's the theme for the upcoming tour, 40 years.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
40-year anniversary. Yeah, I saw you have a big tour in Europe coming, and I also noticed that you're going to come to North America next year.
Mm-hmm. We'll
That would
be,
be
I think we'll be States and Canada will be in end of March we start, I
oh
think.
perfect.
And yeah, for the summer festivals, we unfortunately have to leave the Americas for the summer festivals over here.
Yeah.
But then I think we're gonna hit Americas again. I hope end of next year because that would be perfect for my summer touring plan, and 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 hit Central and South America because it's quite warm there. Then it's
Yeah.
definitely the way to go. I
Yeah,
hate I hate
I'm
touring.
looking forward to seeing you guys.
Hey, I hate touring in wintertime. So yeah,
Yeah, Canada does get cold. Well, a lot of the US gets cold too.
man, the last 2 years ago when we played Canada, we've been so fortunate. We had the greatest weather ever. I mean, everybody said, well, this is impossible. We had sunny days. It was okay. It was not hot, but it was sunny.
Yeah.
And this is something which I'm fine with it. I'm happy as long as I see some sun going on, even if it's only 8 or 10 degrees. But when you sit in the sun, it's warm, it's nice, and we'd be so, yeah, lucky, fortunate actually to
That's good.
have these
Well,
great.
I hope when you come back, you get some nice weather and I'll have to
I
buy you a
always,
beer. We'll sit outside and have a beer. Hopefully
perfect,
it's nice
perfect.
enough to.
I promise. I always bring the sun.
I like it. I like it. Let's talk about your new album. I I've listened to it many times. It's really catchy. Like so it's the new album Giants and Monsters out August 29th on Raining Phoenix Music. 10 songs, just over 50 minutes. Everybody out there, please pre-order this, buy it, stream it, whatever you do. It is a good rocking album.
Thank you.
And I have to say, that video you guys made for This Is Tokyo. Oh my gosh. Did you guys have a lot of fun doing that?
Oh yeah, a lot of. But it was a bit hard to imagine because mostly you stood in front of the screen of the green screen,
Yeah.
and and they actually told you what's happening. And I'm not a friggin' actor, so it's always I don't know. I don't feel good acting. It's like I know I'm acting. Everybody outside who's watching me knows I'm acting, so I feel a bit embarrassed. So probably I'm not the only one, as I realized the band itself has a problem with acting because we're musicians, we're not actors. But
Yes.
overall, because of that, everybody had a good laugh at each other. So yeah. Hey,
I've watched it a few times. It's so interesting video.
it was definitely fun. What I have to say, it was so much less demanding than these pure shot analog videos where you had sometimes 3 or 4 days to shoot the video, and you had to fly to different locations, and it ate up like back in the days. I remember we played 150 quid, thousand
Oh wow.
for a video back in the days, like 20 years ago. So in that in that in that scenario, I'm really happy that we have the digital world now because you have so many possibilities to make it look like something like This Is Tokyo, where you actually are somehow in Tokyo, even though everybody watches it and can realize, okay, the boys are not really in Tokyo, are they? So, but the effect is there. It's high quality and everything. So it's the first time that we actually worked that much with digital AI shit, which I
Okay.
I actually despise. I really despise AI shit. But in this very moment, I thought, okay, we are music, we are not movie, so that's okay because you have to pay a lot of money for the production because we are a real band, still recording the majority on analog tape, and I mean, means costs are skyrocketing when you still record on analog, and and I told myself, okay, it should be forgiven when the band goes and let's with the help of AI and makes a good video. I think even when you as a band would have to pay a video like that and 3 or 4 days of shooting with real analog gear, you run again into 200,000. At the end of the day, you wouldn't earn a dime. So I'm just happy that
Yeah.
we have AI here to help us a little bit out because we will never let AI help us in the music. But for video, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Video's okay. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want AI bands. I don't like any of that stuff.
No, not that bullshit. That's another thing. When there was this story about Spotify having their first AI band, the 70s cover or 70s band, actually. I don't remember the name, but I thought it's so embarrassing, actually, You have like the photographs of the boys, looks like a decent band, the 70s style. The music is not so bad. I mean, it's nothing new. That's what AI is actually, because they
Yeah.
kind of rob and steal of everything out there on the market, little bits and pieces, and put it together in a new arrangement. And suddenly you have a 70s song, so to say, which does not even sound so bad. But I thought it's embarrassing for a company like Spotify, who actually lives off the artists since decades.
Yeah, they
Now,
make so much money off you guys, it's not even funny.
first of all, and second of all, now they try to even, yeah, kind of kick out the real artists and make money only on AI shit, who never will earn a dime and never ask for a penny. So I think, okay, it has to stop here, because the copyright infringement is enormous. Because AI, as we all know, it's just a collection of everything which is already there. So AI picks from everything which is already there. So somebody made these bits and pieces, and they just put it together and call it a new song. And I say, okay, you've got to stop here. This is robbery. That's piracy. Can't work,
Yes,
you know. But that's not only my humble opinion. I think that's reality.
it is reality. You're right, though.
I have to look for a lighter.
Yeah, no worries.
When I talk too much and too long, then the cigar is off.
Sorry about that.
No, 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 it's my fault. I shouldn't talk so much.
Awesome. So your new album, how do you guys go about writing? Do you sit in a room together, or you just do your thing at home and then send it over files to each other?
Mainly the latter. So back in the days where there was no other possibility, you definitely had to meet up in the rehearsal room. But now actually we found out that it's much easier because we're spread all over the world.
Yeah.
Some are living in Spain, some are living in the Czech, some are living in Mexico, and some live in Germany. So the easiest way to actually proceed with songwriting is everybody collects ideas. So me personally, my biggest hobby is playing guitar. So I just sit there, fiddle and diddle around, and someone goes, "Oh, what did I just play?" And I always record what I just do. And maybe that's an idea I should keep. Okay, next. Go on playing, blah, 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 watch television, have a good whiskey, have a cigar next to me.
Yeah.
It's hobby. It's my hobby. So like every guitarist knows what I'm talking about. You just like without pressure, just try to find some little bits and pieces that you just play and where you go like, oh, okay, what did I just write? That's nice. Okay. And at the end of the day, you end up probably with 20, 30 bits and pieces of ideas. Then it's time to meet up with the boys, have a big listening session, go through it, pick out the faves of the band, you pick out the faves of the other guys, and so on and so on. So you make your list, and yeah, then you actually more or less which ideas are worth working on, and that's when everybody is involved. So, and then the Dropbox rules again. So, I have an
Yeah.
idea. I took your verse and I had an idea for, let's say, a bridge or even a refrain or whatever. Yeah, and that's how we puzzle it together.
Oh, that's
Sure.
awesome.
At the end of the day, you have to meet up in the rehearsal room like we all did back in the days, because then it's time to shine and actually try to try to bring across what the songwriter had in mind. So sometimes the guitar is not so easy, so they have to learn it. Sometimes the vocal lines I have to change a little bit, or Michael himself says, "Yeah, I don't like that. It's too hard. Andy, sing you," or vice versa. So yeah, that's arrangement shit then. That's when
All
the
right.
work.
So you're getting ready to go for a big ass tour,
Hmm.
big tour. What's your favorite place to play?
Oh, there are several. Um, I mean, last tour was, I have to say, was fantastic because I just talked to you in Canada. Canada was fantastic. US was fantastic. It grew a lot because the rest of the world is already in the biggest concert halls you can play. But the States and Canada is always something which treated us very nicely, but never on the high level. And
Yeah.
this time we were so happy to find ourselves in the smaller and middle-sized concert halls which means for us, okay, we're growing in a market which was always a little bit slow on us, put it that way.
Yeah,
So that's something really exciting. So that's why we definitely will have a little bit of a bigger tour in the US and Canada. I hope we play not only 2 or 3 shows, but maybe 4 or 5. That would be fantastic.
that'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, to actually kick the ass of an upgrowing market.
Yeah, like North America, it's a weird market for heavy music.
No,
No, the most,
I wouldn't say so. Actually,
okay.
the market was always very stable. The last decades, it was very stable. It was worth it to play there. You got some great crowd there. I mean, they're really like sometimes like South Americans. You're like, whoa, whoa, what's going on here? Is this really the United States of America? Same for Canada. I mean, the guys are more and more enthusiastic. So
Yeah.
that's what I see. They always treated us good, and it was always worth playing there. So this is for a musician, a dream come true.
Oh,
But
it's
what
good.
I
Okay.
Absolutely. So I'm very thankful for that because I love the States, I love Canada, just not in winter times. But it's great to have like the North American markets, which were a little bit sleepy on us for the last decades, but still gave us a good vibe whenever we played there. So, but when you see that growing, it goes like you go like, oh, okay, okay, something is happening there as well. Wow. I mean, yeah, time to go back again because you should not let the people wait too long unless you don't want to be forgotten, you know?
No, I just remember when I grew up, listening to, 80s metal, just you guys had the best album covers, like the Iron Maiden covers are so detailed, and your guy, oh my gosh, they were amazing.
Yeah, it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We still work with the very artist from back in the days. He's like, yeah, he's not only a great cover artist, he's a great painter. So the the whole cover he put on a big, I would reckon 1 to 1 meter, like the original cover, and he
Okay.
paints it with oil, and it's like, wow, it's fantastic. So yeah, it's the art is to make a great picture 1 to 1 meter, still working on a CD cover. So you shrink it down to that little CD, and it has still to be somehow attractive, So it's not an easy job to do. I would not like to be a painter. I wouldn't have I wouldn't have the patience. I probably would spit on it. It's like, fuck.
But
But yeah,
I always like to buy the CD. I'm a CD guy. I'm
hmm.
not into the records anymore. I used to be when I was younger, but
Well, I do.
I
I
still
do
like to
love
buy the
it.
physical copy.
Yeah, but the last 10 years, I'm completely back to vinyl.
Oh, okay.
It's again, it's also for the artwork. The artwork shines on a vinyl, and it pretty much
Yes, it does.
it really loses a lot of its yeah, expression, impression when you shrink it down to a CD. That's just me.
Yeah. I remember as a kid growing up, you'd have the record in your hand and you'd be looking at it every which way, reading the inner sleeve. It was so exciting just to get a brand new album and open it up and see the pictures and see everything.
Yeah, for me too. It was a big part of the art itself. It was a big part of the music. Suddenly, you really see, like I just described, you see yourself watching the cover for 20 or 30 minutes, analyzing everything, go through everything, but mostly only the band I really loved. So the bands I loved, I want to see everything, everything. So every letter, everything I wanted to know. Which is still, I think, a big part of me now in 2025. I still look at a record that I love much more in detail. There are
Okay.
records that I like, I from time to time listen to, but honestly, I never looked at the cover that much. But if it's something I really love, I really dig, then I want to dig everything. Like, then I'm that fanboy from back in the days, and I think that's cool. I love to be a fanboy. That's
That's what I try to be a fanboy.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's so hard nowadays. I mean, I hit 60 last year, and I have to say,
Oh, well,
so many
congratulations. Look
Yeah,
good.
thank you. Yes, still a lot of makeup and shit, you know. No bullshit. But I enjoy being a fanboy. It kind of teleports me back into my teen and twin days, kind of. And that's a great feeling because I still feel exactly the way I felt back in the days. But it became harder and harder with the older you got more, I don't know, more. Sometimes I felt like a fucking stone. So no feelings back left and right for any artist. And yeah, that changed a lot when I went back to the vinyl, honestly, because that's what I was used to being a teen or a twin. I had my vinyl and I loved it. And now forcing myself is the wrong word, but actually getting my ass up and getting into the vinyl world again.
Okay.
Buying myself a nice table, a vinyl player, and just enjoy it the way I used to. That's only possible when you really do that celebration which you had back in the days, like really going like, okay, I have now easily I got an hour. I want to put on a record, light a cigar, have a nice whiskey or a nice red wine or whatever. Sometimes coffee does it too. And then
Yeah.
just relax that. Like, I love that, lean back and enjoy. Sure,
Yeah, I agree.
you have to go to high, you have to go to a good, have to have a good hi-fi system or at least a good amplifier and a great some great headphones. But hey, man, that's life. 1 hour of perfect life with a good record. I mean, nothing to ask. I wouldn't ask for more. That's really perfect.
Oh, I like that. Music listening time is mainly my car ride.
Yeah, okay. The car is
Yeah.
it's a necessity, sure. When you ride in the car, that's actually lost time as long as you don't listen to music. If I have a chance to listen to music, this time is no lost time, put it that way.
Yeah.
So
That's what I
yeah,
tried to do. I put on the radio, Sirius XM, and put on my station, and I love it.
yeah,
My car
absolutely.
ride done
I
and
mean,
like faster than
even
it
more,
thinks.
even more for you guys. I mean, being Americans like Canadians or US Americans, you have to drive a lot sometimes because the countries are so vast. Now, me as a an island monkey, um, my maximum drive would be from time to time 45 minutes to the other side of the island. So,
Oh,
but I remember back in the days when I lived in Germany and I had sometimes to ride like from South Germany up to Hamburg. That took me forever. It's like 800 kilometers with
oh
no.
wow.
So and then I would have died without music. Jesus. What would you do? I mean, sitting behind the friggin' wheel and racing down the highway, the Autobahn, and man, without music, that would be the most boring shit of my life. So
I know the
yeah,
feeling. Trust me.
yeah, I
My
do
fa-
know. Yeah,
when my family used to go on trips, we used to go on trips, 3 day trip. My dad would put on the music, make us have to play games and stuff like that. And like, oh my God,
yeah. How to survive without it? I
I
mean,
I couldn't do it anymore. There's no way.
I'd freak out. I'd probably be that falling down guy, Michael Douglas.
Yeah, lose your shit and
But I completely lose my shit. I couldn't do that. No.
what are you
Uh,
listening to right now? Like what that like if you were to put a record on right now, what you would you be listening to?
oh, in the very moment, a little bit of Sleep Token, a little bit of Corn. Yesterday I had a full blast on the White Pony from Deftones.
That's an excellent album. I love
I
White
love
Pony.
it. I love it. It's like one of the a few albums the last decades that I continuously want to listen all over again and through the whole album. There's no bullshit song on it, and this is one of these records where I go like, okay, I'm gonna listen to the White Pony now, lean back, light a cigar, and just get my ass up for one to be A side to B side.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
No,
I love it.
good choice of music.
Yeah,
Sleep
man.
Token is a great band too. I've never seen them live yet, but I'm looking
No,
forward
it's
to it.
it's together with what's the name that my son gave me to listen, and I put it on today when I was at the gym. Dragons, Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
Also very nice. Also, which I also love is the Absolution album from Muse. Love that shit.
Oh, okay.
It
I'm not.
sounds so analog, so 80s, and probably I have to dig deeper if they really recorded it analog. Probably not, but it
Yeah.
sounds really nice. Me as a studio friggle, I also listen to sounds that why I probably fell in love with White Pony as well, not because only of the songs, but the sound is fantastic. I mean,
Yeah, it is a very good
wow.
recorded album.
And this drummer, I love him to death, you know. It's sometimes more art than music. I love the shit out of it. I mean, yeah, Deftones is always my band to cool down after speed metal or stuff like that, which I love as well. But I need some breaks sometimes because
Yeah, I do the same thing too. I'll play some heavy, heavy stuff. Then I'm like, I need something. Like I go to something from the 80s and I go, I need to
yeah,
mellow out a bit. My wife
cool
likes
down.
80s stuff, so
Yeah,
I
cool
get to
down.
listen to that, so get a variety.
Yeah, that means we're wiser or we're just fucking older.
Very true. So who were your influences growing up?
Well, started out actually with the Sweet when I
Yeah,
was at the age, oh, let me see, well, it's 13 I was, yeah. I discovered the Sweet and I loved Sweet, like Action, Ballroom Bliss, all these great songs.
yeah,
And that automatically opened the rock door because as a youngster you want to find out, okay, why does it sound the way it does? What is the oh, that's a guitar, okay. Drums are self-explanatory, okay.
yeah.
I dig that. But even I remember where I was really proud to find out, okay, that's a bass guitar. That's why the guitar does sound thick. Without the bass, it's just okay, yeah. Okay, now I get it. So I analyzed everything and I fell in love with it. And the story is that I was still playing accordion at the age of 6. My mom forced me into that music club in my little village to learn accordion, which is so German. Nevertheless, I listened to the suite, analyzed, and realized I could never do that with a friggin' accordion. So finally, after I got to know Kiss because my mom entered the room and she saw the most famous music magazine for the youngsters in Germany was called Bravo, or is called Bravo, still exists. So she saw that Bravo magazine on my table and the front cover was Kiss, like masks full
The
on.
makeup, yeah.
And she just looked at it and I was like, oh, the devil, and walked out of the room. And I said, who's the devil? And I looked at the cover, Kiss. Okay, I don't know them. But when my mom says it's the devil, I have to take a listen to it.
Of course, yeah.
And that's when the journey actually started because I realized I loved Kiss and I loved the simplicity. I realized, okay, I can follow each and every guitar and understand tonally. So even coming from a friggin' embarrassing accordion, I could actually tonally understand what's going on with the guitar here. And so my decision was made. Secretly, I took my accordion, which was really worth a lot of money, and traded it in the city secretly with a guitar
Guitar?
for
Wow.
a guitar. And I came back home with an electric guitar, an SG in red, classic, like AC/DC Angus Young. And
Oh, very nice.
my mom was freaking out. I mean, my dad just leaned at the wall with a big grin on his face because he probably thought as well, okay, if I would be a boy, I fuck you with your friggin' accordion. I only have an
Accordion.
electric guitar because he was Elvis Presley fan and Chuck Berry and all that stuff. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
he understood guitar. And yeah, hey, that's how it all started. Funny, huh?
That's awesome.
But yeah.
So how long you been in the band for now? How many years?
Oh, over 30 years now,
That's amazing.
isn't it?
That's amazing. Yeah. Wow. 30 years being, one band, and you've toured the world. Like, have you guys played everywhere in the world? Or is there some places you want to play that you haven't played yet?
Um, Tel Aviv, we never played, but this is in the moment out of discussion.
Hmm.
The Arc The Arctic we didn't play. It was not enough penguins to buy the tickets.
And you don't like the cold, so probably not a good
Yeah,
place for you to go.
probably not a good idea playing that. Definitely not. Um, I would pretty much played everywhere. Okay, Africa is still very, very virgin. Only one or two shows. Arabia, no, no, Arabia we didn't play.
Okay.
But everywhere else on the planet, yeah, we
Wow.
play pretty much, yeah, from India to Pakistan to China to all over Asia,
Oh,
Europe,
wow.
certainly, everywhere. Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing.
Hmm.
Like to have a job where you can see the world, and
Yeah, put it
go out,
that way.
do your
Some
stuff. That's
sometimes
awesome.
sometimes you see the world.
Yeah.
I, I remember coming back from the first time we played Thailand, for example. I was so hooked to finally be in Thailand playing a country that I so much loved on pictures and documentaries and blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
you end up there playing Bangkok and you leave Bangkok. You haven't seen more than Bangkok,
Oh,
so
yeah. You just, yeah, you fly in, you get on
you
a
fly
bus,
in
you
and fly
go.
out. I was sometimes you're fortunate to actually arrive and okay, we got 2 day off. So before that, before the tour starts, we actually plan where to be during the off days. So my hope was that we had like 2 full day offs in Thailand, which would give me the possibility to drive down the coast and see a little bit, like a
Yeah.
friggin' tourist, and jump into the ocean. Indian Ocean is my dream anyway. So, nevertheless, it was like 2 weeks, 2 weeks before we hit finally Thailand, they added 2 shows. So in Malaysia and then in Taiwan, which did us not give the chance to see a little bit of Thailand except Bangkok. Then we went to Malaysia, and in Malaysia we only had 2 days, and then we had to fly to Taiwan. So I only saw Kuala Lumpur and I saw Taipei and I saw Bangkok, but nothing of the country itself. So this very often happens, very often.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys should do like what Metallica does, You go and you play 2 shows and then you have like 5 days off
Hey,
to enjoy.
if I'll have ever hit the payroll of Metallica, I'm gonna do that, believe me. But so far we still have to take care a little bit. I mean, everybody's up and running, everything is fine, but to keep it up and running and fine, you always have to take care that you don't lose money on the way. So
Yeah, that's
I
true.
completely understand the management. There's always a discussion. Last tour we did it already, loosened it up, so to say. Michael Kiske, my partner in crime on the
Yep.
vocals, he was actually bringing it up, and I said, yeah, that would be a dream come true to have a little bit more off days in between. And that's last year we started, or last tour we started that, and this tour we're going to extend it a little bit more. That if, for example, the boys have never seen Teotihuacan in Mexico City. So you play Mexico City for the sixth or seventh time. And I only was once able to visit Teotihuacan, the Pyramid of the Sun, Pyramid of the Moon, and it was fantastic. But I only could do it because I told the boys I'm not gonna do the sound check. So
Oh,
I went I went to the pyramids. I thought, okay, I'm in Mexico, so fuck you all. I don't need a shitty sound check. So yeah. Um, but there's so many examples. Or Machu Picchu, you play Bolivia, you play Peru. It would be 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours drive up to Machu Picchu. But it never happened because you never have the time.
yeah.
So it's so sad sometimes, but I think, knock on wood, we have another 10, 15, maybe even 20 years ahead of us. So the next tours will definitely be a bit more open, more off days. And I finally want to see these places. Then I could say to you, yes, you see the world. But so
Yeah,
far,
I see what you
I
mean.
say 80% of my life so far was airports.
Your air miles, you must have a lot of air miles then.
Oh yeah, gold everywhere.
Well, you sit in comfort. That's good.
I would have. I'd love to have so many golden records in my home that I have golden tickets for the from the airlines, man.
I got to ask you about Ozzy. Did you ever tour with Ozzy? Did you know him at all?
Fortunately, yes. We had a tour, a little tour, a few festivals with Black Sabbath during their reunion time in 1999. So I was one of those fortunate blokes to really get to know him. Yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
back in the days, I already thought, okay, he was like being led to the microphone and he was being led to his tent whenever he had a little break to get breathe some oxygen and lie down. He was already a wreck back then. So I'm that's why I'm so happy because he made another 25 years. Imagine, I mean, back in the days, I really thought, okay, one of my idols sooner or later will say goodbye, and probably more sooner than later.
Yeah.
But he really made it another 25 years. So I'm super happy. Even when he passed away, I thought, wow, Ozzy, you made it another 25 years. I mean, I remember you back in the days, and I really thought you're gonna fall off stage tomorrow or something like that. So from that perspective, yes, I'm fortunate I got to know him a little bit, which was not very much, not more than, hey Andy, hey Ozzy, how's it going? Yeah, well, and that was it.
Yeah.
But I was happy to get to know him, shake hands a few times, and yeah, and be happy now in 2025 that he actually made another 25 years. It's like a little miracle.
No, that's awesome. I had
Yeah.
my nephew flew to England for the show.
Mm.
Then he flew back a couple days after the show and went back and had the autograph session and got pictures with Ozzy. So
Yeah.
that's amazing for him, you know.
Super. No, with Ozzy, was a fortunately a different story. With Lem, it was a very sad story because I remember like a few months before he passed away, we were just sitting in Rio de Janeiro and had some drinks together at the Coconut Bar in Ipanema Beach in Rio de Janeiro. And when Mickey called me, the drummer, and said, "Well, Lem just passed away," it was a shock for me actually. That
Yeah,
was a shock. Ozzy, I wouldn't have been shocked after 1999. Every day you could have called me and say, "Well, Ozzy just passed away," and I said, "Yeah, okay." I knew that would come, but with
yeah,
Lem, it's a surprise.
yeah. Let me. Yeah, that caught everybody off guard.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, we
actually,
all,
I saw Motorhead open up for Black Sabbath one time.
yeah. When was that?
90s, I think it was the 90s.
Motorhead with Black Sabbath. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, okay, fits. Why not? I mean, if Halloween fits, like we played in front, like support of Black Sabbath for a few shows. I mean, if that fits, Motorhead would fit definitely as well. I can see that. Yeah. Well, the only guy I've unfortunately never got to know of my biggest idols was Ronnie James Dio. So that
yeah. I love Dio. I love Dio.
me
I
too. I
saw
mean,
him
it was
many, many times.
yeah. So that was my biggest regret actually, because I once had a chance to actually walk over to him and say hello to him and thank you for being there. Because when a guy like him, if he wouldn't have existed, probably I would never have try to make music because he was one of my vocal coaches, so to say, on the
Yeah.
hi-fi system.
Oh,
But
I always tell like I was always a Dio fan. So anybody that liked Black Sabbath, I love Heaven and Hell. I think that is a masterpiece. The Mob Rules. Oh my
absolutely,
gosh, you know.
absolutely, yeah, I got them here all on my iPhone, on probably most of them on vinyl as well. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That was my biggest regret because that was one of my, if not my biggest idol, and I was too coward cowardly
Oh, that's
and
bad.
did not dare to walk over because I thought I'm going to disturb him. Probably I would have disturbed him, but from an egoistic point of view, I should have gone there
He
and say
sounds like he was the type of guy that he would give you the time. Everything
probably.
I've heard.
But I'm too shy of a person, believe it or not. But if I see my idols walking like five meters in front of me, I just think Nah, I shouldn't disturb him because I know that I sometimes don't want to be disturbed.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
eh, from that point of view, but as I said, from that egoistic point of view, should have fucking done it, but I didn't.
Oh,
Idiot.
it's too bad. Yeah.
Uh,
Next time you see one of your idols, make sure you go up and say hi.
yeah, it's getting less and less now. So, well, fortunately, we had a few shows. It's 7 shows with Kiss on the farewell tour on the end of
Okay.
the road. That was funny. We had all these big stadiums in South America and Central America. Great shows. Finally, I had a chance to say hello to them. But yeah, they said goodbye and good night. So not a chance in the future.
Well, I don't know about that.
Ah, yeah,
I
okay.
think
I get you.
see,
Get your
I think you'll
point.
see.
Because yeah, a lot of people who tell me that. Yeah, you never know. These guys are businessmen, and if they feel like they go on stage again, knock on wood, I hope they do, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. That's good. So, are you a sports guy at all?
Yeah, I love sports. Which always works against me loving sport is that I'm a lazy fuck. So when I start, I enjoy it, but until I start, I invent everything which goes against it. So no, you have to wash the dishes, or you have to, oh, I'm hungry, I have to eat something. It's like shit like that. It's like I always try to find a reason not to do it. But yeah, every second day, I would say I have my 1 hour gym, and the other day I don't do gym. I take my stroll down to the beach, which is we're at the height of 280 meters here, and directly in front of my house, or directly not, but let's say a stroll of 5 minutes. There's a cliff going down. It's like 280 meters, and there's a
Oh,
serpentine
wow.
going down, which is easy. So you go down. I have my smoke. I have my little coffee because down there is a little restaurant, beach restaurant, and then the work begins. Walking up again, and
No,
that's some sweaty shit, but it's exactly what I need because when it's got 30 degrees like now, it's perfect. Like it's kind of like being on stage. You,
okay.
you constantly walk up in the heat, and this gives me the condition I need. Sometimes I do some little jogging, but only half of the way. So it's like one serpentine jogging, the other walking and jogging again. And that gives me a good condition for the stage, hopefully enough, because we're running into 2.5 hours this time again.
Well, that's good. That's
But hey,
amazing. In two and a half
yeah, but
hours.
there's always
That's
Michael. So if I fuck up, I can always ask Michael to go on singing because he does that with me, that bastard. Andy, my voice is gone, but you talked to me and you just sang beautifully. No, it's gone. You have to sing. Okay, fuck you. I'm gonna sing.
no, awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys when you come next year.
Hmm.
Definitely we'll have to have some drinks.
Oh yeah, if possible, please.
Yes.
That's always the most relaxing thing. After show, then sit down, have a nice drink, have a nice talk. That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I look forward to that. But I've taken enough time of yours,
Don't you
Thank
worry.
you very much for talking with me today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Enjoy your 40th tour in Europe, and I can't wait to see you in Toronto next year at some point.
We'll be there.
All right, Andy. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Have a good
All
one.
right. Take care. All right.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye now.